Hello, you're listening to Count Richard von Coudenhove Kalergi. Today is Friday, the 14th of February, St. Valentine's Day, and on this day in 1929, the famous massacre took place with Al Capone taking out some of his rival gangsters in Chicago, and it was also in 1945 the second day of the bombing of Dresden, which created a firestorm and is believed to have killed up to 50,000 people, with the RAF bombing by day using high explosive, which was designed to uh, blow out all the windows of the houses, and then the Americans using incendiaries, which was designed to set fire to all those buildings. But that's just a little bit of historical reference. It was interesting to note that the SAS advertisement for airline, which is Scandinavian Airline Systems, which incorporates Norway, Sweden, and Finland, put out an ad on their YouTube page about what it meant to be Scandinavian, and said that a lot of the culture and traditions had been borrowed from other countries. Now, this ad, which came out on, I think, on Tuesday, was removed in less than 24 hours and then reinstated on their YouTube channel with the comments deleted. Now, it'd be interesting to note that as of today, earlier on, there was 6,000 likes to this video, but a staggering 77,000 dislikes. So it goes to show that not all people are on board with this nonsense of take this stuff about taking cultures from comparing like-minded cultures, and it certainly seems to be a long way from one of my favorite uh, Aer Lingus ads, which is the one that had the piece from the mission Gabriel's oboe played in the background. So that was one thing I comment on. The other was today I was out for my walk and I noticed that at bus stops, Transport for Ireland has the silhouette of a pregnant woman with a tag on her tummy saying baby on board. Now, I think that's a very interesting development because considering how many government TDs, which thankfully who were pro abortion, lost their seat, that was one of the arguments that it is not a baby, it is a fetus. And Kate McConnell comes to mind with that one. But that'd be interesting now because if any art you could argue then if something happened on a bus where a person regrettably lost their child, that the unborn child, they would actually have grounds for litigation on the grounds that Transport for Ireland recognise that a pregnant woman is actually carrying a baby rather than a fetus. And the purpose of the ad was to tell people to actually give up their seat to pregnant women, which I hope most people with common sense would actually do. Another one today, I was trying to get on the Joe Duffy show. We're talking about fallout from the current government, and I eventually got on and spoke to one of the telephone operators. I said that I would like to get on and discuss the thought that if the crisis that we're in now is a result of Ireland being promoted on a global scale, is it time? It can't get any worse, and then maybe it's time to actually promote it on a domestic scale. And when she inquired what I meant, I commented on if you look at the birth rate in this country, it's 1.7 children per woman, and that in the 1950s they were concerned about a falling birth rate in Ireland where it was 3.4 children per woman. And I pointed out to her that if you look at most estates, the number of adult children that are still living in the family home, where are they supposed to live? And on top of that, where are they supposed to have children? Which is kind of cementing the policy of abort, export, and import, which is shared by all political parties. And then I went on to mention that with the changing demographics in Ireland, with 3% of the country being foreign born in the year 2000 to up to 18% where it is now within a 20-year period. And if you compare that with England, with its history of colonisation, it took 60 years for them to have 13% of their population be foreign born. So we're streets ahead of them. So needless to say, I didn't get a call back from the presenter. But there you go, just a couple of comments on today. And I'll end, if I may suggest, that if people go into the Bible and look up Corinthians 1, verse 13, where Paul speaks about love, and read that, and he couldn't put it better than me, that's for sure. So thanks for listening. Good night, God bless, and good luck.